Now in this case the reading of ideal voltmeter, so once they say ideal voltmeter, you can remove the voltmeter, the current through voltmeter will be 0. So there will be no current in through the voltmeter. It's the simple circuit like this. You don't have to worry about the current through voltmeter. It's a simple circuit. We also have 4 volt here. So this is 4 volt, this is 10 ohm, this is 10 volt, this is 20 ohm, and this is, let's say, point A and this is B. So we have to find the potential difference point A and B. So it is a simple series circuit. To find the potential difference point V and B, first let us calculate the current in the circuit. So you can see this is the bigger battery, this will flow the current like this, and you can see this 10 volt is connected in opposite polarity with this, because current is coming out and in this the current is going in, so they are connected. So what is current? I will be equal to E equivalent upon R total. So E equivalent will be equal to 10 minus 4 upon total resistance will be 10 plus 20, 10 plus 20, so this will be 6 by 30, that is 1 by 5 ampere. So that is the current in the circuit. Now to get the potential difference between A and B, you can start going from here. So VA minus 20I, and then from here to here minus 4 is equal to VB. So you get VA minus VB comes out to be 20I is given as 1 by 5. Okay, so 1 by 5 will be 4, so 8 volt. So reading will be 8 volt. Beautiful question again. Simple circuit solving and voltmeter application. Now let's go to the next problem. A potentiometer wire is 100 centimeter long and a constant potential is maintained across it. Okay, two cells are connected in series first and support one each other, and then opposite direction the balancing points are at 50 and 10 centimeter. So basically, my dear student, when they support, the effective EMF will become E1 plus A2. When they oppose, the effective EMF will become E1 minus E2. And the balancing length are given as 50 when they support and 10 when they oppose. So we need to find E1 by E2. Just this is the effective. So when both are in series, adding up, then 50, subtracting 10, cross multiply, you get E1 plus E2 is equal to 5 E1 minus 5 E2, add them, so that will become 6 E2 will become 4 E1. So we get E1 by E2 will be equal to 6 by 4, that is 3 by 2, 3 is to 2. Now in this problem, a potentiometer has a length 4 meter and resistance 8 ohm. And LAB is 4, RAB is 8. The resistance must be connected in series with the wire and accumulator. Accumulator is the source battery, 2 volts, so as to get a potential gradient of 1 m. So potential gradient is given as raised to power 10 raised to power minus 3 volt per meter per centimeter, sorry, not per meter, this is per centimeter. So we have to write everything in centimeter. So this will be equal to VAB upon LAB in centimeter. Okay, so what we have, 10 raised to power minus 3 will be equal to, what is potential difference across AB? So that is IAB into RAB upon length of AB is given as 100 centimeter, 100 I guess, no sorry 4 meter. So this is 4 meter must be converted into centimeter, so this will be 400 centimeter. Now centimeter gets cancelled out. Now what about IAB? IAB is the current through potentiometer wire, so that is 2 upon potentiometer wire has a length 4 meter and resistance 8 ohm. So 8 ohm resistance of the potentiometer wire plus the external resistance which you have connected to the potential accumulator. Okay, and we have there is no internal resistance of the accumulator is given, so that's great, into resistance of wire is 8 upon 400 will be equal to 10 raised to power minus 3. So just by multiplying them it becomes 400 into 10 raised to power minus 3 times 8 plus r will be 16. So 4, this will become 100, this will become 4. So from here this r plus 8 will become, you can see this 100 cancelled out, this will become minus 1, 40. So from here you can get r will be equal to 32 directly. So basically the formula of K is very helpful here. You must visualize the circuit in your mind, then only you can solve this fast. Otherwise you will always remain confused then what to use where. Again in this question, a potentiometer wire of length L and a resistance R are connected in series with a battery of EMF E0 and a resistance R1. An unknown EMF is balanced at a length L of potentiometer wire. The E will be given by. So basically E will be given by K times L, balancing length, and K is given as VAB upon LAB times L. VAB is given as I in AB into resistance of AB wire upon length of AB wire times balancing length. So LAB wire is the total wire length, IAB will be equal to total EMF, source EMF is E0 upon the resistance of potentiometer wire is given as small r, which is connected with the resistance R1. This is IAB into R into L upon length of AB wire is E. So this is your E0 RL upon R1 plus R times L. So E0 RL upon R1 R plus R times L. Beautiful question again. Same thing we are calculating the potential gradient. Learn to calculate potential gradient. Very important. Now let's solve this problem. Basically a potentiometer circuit has been set up for the internal resistance. Okay, we need to calculate internal resistance, and potentiometer wire has a battery EMF of 2 volt and a negligible internal resistance. Okay, potentiometer wire itself is 4 meter long. When the resistance R is connected across a given cell, has values of infinity and 9.4 ohm. The balancing length on the potentiometer are found to be 3 and 2.85 meter respectively. The value of internal resistance of the cell is, internal resistance is capital R times L2 minus L1 upon L1, sorry, L1 minus L2 upon L1, that's all. So resistance R, identify where R is given. When R is infinity, okay, then the balancing length was 3 meters. It means this is your L1, and when R is 9.4, then this is L2. So capital R is 9.5 times 3 minus 2.85 upon 3, that's all. So when you solve this, this is 9.5 times, this is 0.15 upon 3, so this 3 becomes 0.05. So almost the resistance will become, internal resistance will become approximately 5 and 47, and we have 3, so this will become 0.475. So yes, 0.475. So approximately 0.5 ohm. Approximate answer, approximately 0.5 ohm. Again a direct formula based question. Yes. So this is how we complete electric current. I hope this lecture is very concise, very precise, based upon the needs of your exam. But if you have any problems in a particular given topic, I suggest you to go through complete videos and understand those topics. We have just taken only superficial view of each topic so that we can complete the lecture in a given time frame. That was our constraint. So based on that, we have tried to put most important, most relevant problems and concepts of this huge chapter in a very brief manner.